You've been told that the AI video market is all about scarcity, that to get real quality, you need to be on a wait list, you need credits, you need permission from the big labs. Well, that's a fabrication. A protocol exists that bypasses this entire system, and today we're going to deconstruct it. So this idea that top-tier AI video is some kind of rare, expensive thing, that's not an accident. It's actively cultivated by the gatekeepers. But here's the thing. While everyone's focused on this manufactured bottleneck, there's another way, a protocol that completely sidesteps this entire economic model. Okay, so look at the two sides. On one hand, you've got the official story, the market narrative. Think Sura 2 from OpenAI. Yeah, it promises amazing quality, but it's locked behind waitlists and a credit system where you pay for every single video. But then, there's the other side, a kind of backdoor protocol. This one uses Meta's AI engine, which is open to anyone, for instant results. We're talking zero cost and infinite volume. So while most people are waiting in line for permission, this backdoor is just wide open. Now, this protocol isn't just one single tool. You have to think of it more like an automation stack. It's a very specific setup of different free tools all connected together, engineered to just pump out content. You see, on their own, each piece is just kind of a neat little toy, but when you chain them together in the right way, they become a factory. The real power here is all in how these pieces connect. First up, you use ChatGPT to structure the data stream. Then there's a browser extension called AutoMeta that acts as the bridge. It's what forces the whole thing to loop automatically. Your engine, the thing actually creating the videos, is Meta AI. And then for the final step, the assembly line, that's CapCut. And there you have it, the complete automated factory. Okay, a quick but really critical point on getting access. You're going to need a Facebook or an Instagram account to authenticate. Meta AI doesn't play with Gmail. And for security, the advice here is very clear. Don't use your main account. Create a separate one. Stay compartmentalized. Now, this whole automation setup will completely fall apart without structured input. Let's be clear. We're not writing creative, flowery prompts here. We're architecting a data stream. It's about building something a machine can execute flawlessly. Precision, that's the only thing that matters. So, the protocol for this has 4 steps. Step 1, you use a specialized GPT, a story generator. Step 2, you get it to generate your base narrative. Step 3, you command that GPT to turn the story into a list of line-by-line video prompts. And step 4, and you really have to pay attention here, this is critical, you command the GPT to pull out only the prompts and put them in a text file, making sure the sequence is perfect. And just to stress this point, this isn't a suggestion, it's a procedural necessity. The source material is very specific about this. If you deviate from this exact syntax, even a little bit, ChatGPT will start dropping lines, it will drop data, and your whole automation chain just breaks. All right, so once you have that data stream perfectly architected, it's time to feed it into the generation engine. This is the execution phase. This is where the system takes over and you step back. It's actually pretty simple from here. The operator just pastes that whole list of prompts right into the input box for the AutoMeta extension and clicks Start. That's it. From that moment on, the process is completely autonomous. The extension starts feeding every prompt to Meta AI one by one, completely removing the human bottleneck from the equation. So what makes this whole thing so efficient? It really comes down to parallel processing. As the AutoMeta tool is generating each video scene, it's also downloading the finished file in the background at the same time. This is huge because it means you can be doing other things, like generating your voiceover while the videos are being created. It just dramatically compresses the entire production timeline. Okay, we're at the final stage, assembly. You've got all these raw video assets generated and downloaded, and now you have to put them together into a final product. The source material actually lays out 2 different ways to do this, and, well, each one has some major trade-offs. Your options here really present a clear choice. You can go with CapCut's automated assembly. This is all about speed, but you get almost no control, and you're stuck with a pretty low-quality auto-generated voiceover. Or you can do it manually. It's way slower, obviously, but you get total creative control and you can use a much better audio track. So the verdict really comes down to a strategic choice. Are you optimizing for pure volume, or are you optimizing for quality? And if you do choose that quality-optimized path, the tool to use is Gemini Text-to-Speech. You can get it through Google AI Studio. It's a free, unlimited engine, and it produces a surprisingly realistic voiceover. This way, you can be sure that your audio quality isn't going to be the weak link.
So, what's the actual impact of a protocol like this? When you look at the numbers, the data points to a total disruption of how content economics usually work. For certain kinds of content, this just makes manual creation, well, mathematically obsolete.
Let's put a number on it. This is the reported monthly revenue from just one channel, a case study, that's already using a similar high-volume automated strategy. What this does is it proves the model is financially viable. Now look at this number. This is how many short-form videos a single person could potentially produce and upload per day using this protocol. That sheer scale of output just completely changes the game when it comes to content velocity and growing on a platform.
And finally, we get to the most disruptive number of all, 0. That's the total cost in credits to generate video using this specific stack of tools. When your marginal cost of production hits 0, the entire strategic landscape is just permanently altered. There's no going back.
And all of this brings us to one final unavoidable question. What this protocol really shows us is a new reality, one where the cost to produce content is heading towards 0 and the potential volume is heading towards infinity. So in an environment like that, what is the real function and what is the real value?